Good morning, Masters. Welcome to the Aatma Deepo Bhava, GMPWisdom Aatma Deepo Bhava session, season 4. And welcome to Bharathi ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Shall I start?
One second, I will give introduction. Okay, Bharathi ma'am is from Dallas, Texas, and she's trying to live in the present moment, fulfilling the demands of the situation naturally. She's practiced Gudakesha and T5 bash. Okay, the session is yours, ma'am. Thank you.
Namaskaram, all of you. Before I begin, my humble pranams to Pitamaha Patriji, Swarnamala Patriji, our Grandmaster Prabodh, and to you all, Masters, my dear friends, my dear gods. Today, we would like to share our wisdom on soul, Maya, and illusion. So, let us start by understanding our own self. Like when the humanity started, like humans were tribals or forest dwellers, and during that time, you can imagine the mode of transportation, food, how much they had to struggle for the food to survive itself, from the climate, from the hardships of the nature, wild animals, forest, etc. But today we are having mansions and very good mode of transportation to communicate, the laptop, the iPhones, and the very intelligent road traffic system and other entertainment, everything. In whichever field you take, it's infinite creativity. The creativity is increasing in exploration form. So with this, we can understand how did humanity progress from tribal to the current sophisticated life. What is the reason for this? Our own infinitely capable mind. So with this mind again, we see that to the proportion of the facilities we are enjoying right now, is it proportion to the peace and joy and bliss within us? Can we say that we are as joyous, as more multiple times joyous than our tribal ancestors? Are we sure of that? So what is happening? Why is our joy and happiness not proportionate to our success, to the comforts of our physical comforts? So what's happening here? Who is responsible for this suffering again? Why does man suffer? Like, why does man suffer? Man suffers because of his attachment. What is this attachment? Or this attachment leads to imprisonment. We can say the prison of the mind. Why? Because our mind is not allowing us to enjoy the life to the fullest. So why is the mind not allowing us to enjoy life to the fullest? What's happening in between? Because the mind is in the confused state. That confused state can be called as illusion or Maya. Why does the mind fall into illusion or Maya? Because there is instability of the mind. The instability of the mind leads to the illusion. What is the illusion we are seeing? Means the illusion is this gives me joy. This after getting this, I'll become happy. After getting this, I'll become happy. So we are ending up in the endless search. So the instability of the mind is giving rise to the illusion or the Maya. What is giving rise to the instability of the mind or unstable? What is responsible? What is the reason for the mind to become unstable? The reason is the mind is forgetting the true self, the soul, or the consciousness itself. So today our topic is the soul as well as the illusion or Maya. So let us illustrate this with a story. There's a king. He has a servant who is very, very sincere in protecting the king. He took many a times risks to save the king. So the king is very much impressed with this servant. He's so impressed with the servant that many times he asked the servant that, ask for any wish, I will fulfill the wish. You are saving me so many times and you have saved me so many times in so many critical situations. At that time, the servant used to tell, I don't need anything, I am fine. So it used to go on like this. And one day the king couldn't control himself. He told, no, today you have to ask me anything right now. So the servant, what does he do? He says, okay, then make me a king for 124 hours. So, and you take my place for this 24 hours. At that time, what happened? The servant became the king for the 24 hours. And what did he do? He immediately sentenced the king to death. So here analogy is our servant is mind and we ourselves are the king. Means if the king is always on the master mode, your life functions absolutely well. If you give the ownership to your mind, if the mind becomes your master, then we are doomed. So this is just an analogy to understand our mind better. So again, we will go into details of how the mind gets itself trapped into the prison of Maya or the prison of illusion. How does it happen? There's one bird freely flying in the sky. It's enjoying the forest fruits, forest grains, everything. It's very much enjoying the life. It was freely flowing over the clouds, over the seas, and enjoying its life. And it so happens once it gets down and it is resting on a tree. At that time, what does the bird do? The bird sees a few grains scattered on the land. It forgot the freedom it was enjoying till now. It got tempted for the just few grains lying on the land. It became so restless that the bird thought, what is my life without eating, without tasting those few grains? So the bird, what did it do? It flew down to the ground to taste the grains. At that time, it got trapped in the net of a hunter. And it had to sacrifice its life. So what happened to the bird? There was like craving for the grains. Why did this craving happen? Or why this attachment to the grains happen? Because it became restless for some time. Why did it become restless for some time? Because it forgot the freedom it had for some time. Means it forgot its true self. Means ignorant. It became ignorant of the true joy. It was already joyful when it was in its true state. That is the soul state, self state. At that time, it forgot the self and it thought that it is very much in a miserable state. when did this miserable state happen? As soon as it forgot the true self, it got trapped in the, and the mind became unstable, and unstable mind became illusionary. Once the mind becomes unstable, it leads to the illusion, maya. What is that maya? That all my joy depends upon some illusory grains. And to fulfill that, it got into the trap of its maya clutches, and then it wanted to fulfill it, and in the process it lost its life. So here we need to understand that there are so many masters giving us knowledge, so many seen masters. Even now we have so many masters available for us, and so many masters in the past, unseen masters also. They are giving us wisdom continuously, saying that whatever you are looking for outside is within you, and it is because of some ignorance that humanity is suffering, and humanity is indulging in so many unwanted things. So this way, how can we understand our true self? Means from the childhood, we are conditioned to believe that we are the body. Definitely we are the body, no doubt about it. But we are more than this body too. We are the very consciousness itself. That as soon as we forget that our own self, then we forget that joy within, and our mind becomes unstable. Now, how to get back to that soul knowledge, or now how to understand that we are the souls, we are the consciousness itself, we are that Satchidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham, means we are that infinite joy within ourselves. How to get back to that bliss state now is we need to focus and look within ourselves through meditation, through self-introspection, through Swadhyaya and Sajjana Sangatya, and then understand that I am that. I am the bliss. Shivoham, Shivoham. I am the Shiva. Aham Brahmasmi. Means I am that. So we need to, by practicing, we need to understand our true identity. Then, because in the physical survival mode, that our routine is defined, how do you get into that constant vision of you are that joy, you are that bliss? Is means apart from our day-to-day routine, we have to set some definite time for this introspection. One of the best opportunity is nighttime awareness meditation, Gudakesha. So here means your routine life is not disturbed. In the daytime, you can fulfill all your duties and all. And then at nighttime, you can give it to your true knowledge, truth for your self-realization. How is this self-realization important for you? Because if you feel that your mind is restless, restless mind means restless mind leads to the state of maya and illusion. Means the belief system that I am unhappy because of something, because of some people, because I didn't, I need to get that thing, then only I can be happy. The illusion that we create for ourselves to overcome, to free ourselves from the clutches of the illusion. We need to understand our true nature, that is our own consciousness or our own soul. There is no meaning for these particular words like consciousness or soul. We can't show that to you. Nobody can say it to you. You need to experience that. So only experience can lead you to the joy. Joy is an experience. We can't, it doesn't have any length, breadth that we can see it, or you can, yes, definitely you can hear about it. But hearing about it or theoretically visiting YouTube or anything, that's not enough. Like some of the masters say that you have attained so much of theoretical knowledge. Now, what is that standing? What is that blocking you from understanding yourself that you are that infinite bliss? What is that blocking? Sometimes the knowledge, our own prejudices, our own belief systems will block us from understanding our own true self. So we need to understand our own blockages. Knowledge sometimes is our own blockages. How is the knowledge blockage? Because only theory, right? Belief system, we have been falling into our belief system. It is not becoming our experience. So we need to have that first-hand experience of the bliss. Then only we'll understand that we are more than the body. I am that bliss. So let us discuss one more story, because why am I entering into stories, analogies throughout this session is because I myself, I understand that this subject is too vague. It's an infinite discussion. We cannot compile this into words. So you need to research on yourself certain things like Nirvana Ashtakam by Adi Shankaracharya. Means we are not that, I'm not mind, I'm not body, I'm not the sense organs, I'm not the perspectives, I'm not mom, I'm not dad, and I'm neither born, there is no moksha, like that. Nirvana Ashtakam says I'm neither that, neither that, neither that. We can go on telling what I am not, but what I am, the infinite bliss, it cannot be told in words. So I'm just using many analogies. So through analogies, we can understand that how we are fallen into illusion or Maya. I can only tell you how I am, how my illusion is working, how I am trapped in my Maya, how I am trapped in the attachments, how I'm stuck up in the prison of mind. By that, you can understand your own analogies. So let me tell you one more example. Like there's a man who wants to cross a forest. He needs to cross the forest within one day and night, because at night, in the midnight exactly, all the animals come out, and the persons who are crossing, it's life threatening for them in the forest. So there's a person who wants to cross this forest, and in the process, at the entrance of the forest, there's a hut he finds, and he visits that Guruji in the hut, who is staying in that hut, and asks for some advice to cross the forest. That time, the the dweller in the hut, that Guruji, he gives him a lamp which has the oil to sustain only for the 10 hours. Within 10 hours, he needs to cross the forest. Otherwise, it will be past midnight and wild animals will come and attack him. So when he cautions himself that I am going to cross the forest within 10 hours, I will be aware, constantly aware that the oil in the lamp is going to exhaust, and I'm going to be aware of the fact. So he starts crossing the forest immediately. As he is crossing, when it is about to sunset, he is somewhere in the middle of the forest. At that time, he sees something glittering and shining in the forest. Then he is attracted to that. Suddenly he knows that, oh, okay, anyway, I can walk fast and I can finish the journey within 3 more hours. So, okay, I will just see what is this glittering thing. It is so much attractive to him. And that illusion, he gets trapped. And now he's checking, what is this so much shining? True to his imagination, it was golden coins. It was a huge pot filled with gold coins. So he's, oh my God, a lottery. Then he started counting the coins. So it was like 999 coins. Then he thought, no, it cannot be. I have made some mistake in counting. It should be 1,000. Then the next time he is counting, it's crossing 1,000. It became 1,002. Then again he says, no, there should be something mistake. Again he starts counting. He is counting, recounting, counting, recounting. In the excitement, he totally got lost. He track of the time, and the oil in the lamp was done, and he was killed by the animals. So such is the nature of our illusion. Many masters are telling that when a man dies, he gets to know about this life. Even a great scientist, inventor, or whatever he may be, he'll get to know only 1% of the life. Unfortunately, humans die without seeing 99% of the powerful life we have been gifted right now. This is the greatest treasure we have been gifted. But because of all these illusions we have created, because of our conditioned mind, we are forgetting the powerful beings we are within. That is the soul, that is the consciousness. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham. Shivoham means such a powerful thing to realize. So only when we lose our life, when we have lost our age, when we have lost our youth, we can't even sit straight. At that time, we can't meditate. We can't do anything. At that time, you want to do sadhana, you want to sit straight, your body doesn't support. The very famous poem of Adi Shankaracharya, Bhaja Govindam, means Pascha Jivati Jarjarah Dehe, means once you lose your youth, nobody is willing to talk to you. You are so much trapped in the illusion of this world. Like this youth is true. When you are experiencing the youth, it feels so permanent. When you see others, old people, you see, oh, they have become old. As if I'm going to stay young like this always. It happens, right? It happens with me. When I was young, I used to feel that, oh, somebody 50 years passed away. Oh, okay, 50 years crossed. Okay, let them. Okay, they died like that. But now I am 40 plus. It means my next decade is 50. So it's so funny, the mind. So don't make the delay. As early as possible, take good opportunity of this physical health and do something. Discover who you are. Before dying, discover yourself and enjoy the bliss that you are, the bliss that everyone is. You shouldn't miss the opportunity. So again, let me tell you one more story, because I don't want you to confuse you with my theories. I want you to open up your mind and see what are all the illusions you are trapped. So that I will give you analogies and you can relate to yourself what is true to you, what is true to your mind, what are the attachments you have, what is the instability you have, so that you should make a guess of your own state, where you stand and what you want to do, what is your priorities. I want you to think. I'm giving you just the pointers here. So we are working together. I'm not here to give you lecture or anything. I'm giving you some eye openers which I used for myself. Like I'll tell you my own life's analogy. Like I have a teenage son. I lost my dad at a very young age, so I became very much attached to my own family, my own children and my husband. I became very much attached. But when he went to college, at that time I was like reflecting, introspecting. Suddenly I was coming out of the clutches of the illusion. Like, means we extend our identity. Now, not only myself, like my family is me, like that. When we have to leave the family, when they go out, at that time, what is the feeling you go through? So I went through a kind of realization at that time, like, oh, okay, this is the truth. Like uh, how youth keeps you so much engaged in life, and as you go, as you age, how your responsibilities become less and less, and you are pushed out of life. I was experiencing that kind of thing, like no more response. Like the now I that time I felt like, okay, good that I'm on the track. I was on the right path. I did enough sadhana to understand my own self. That is what kept me so blissful to handle my life situations very easily. So let me tell you one more analogy, how our mind is, it's the mind's nature itself is to always feel that unfulfillment. Always it is it is never contented. It never, by itself, by its own nature, it's never feels the contentment. What is that? So I'll tell you one story. So there's one king, and he has a barber. The barber is very happy. He used to get one gold coin a day, and he's very happy. And the king used to wonder, how can this barber with just one gold coin be so happy when I, with a huge kingdom, with so much of the kingdom to rule, I am not as half happy as the barber. He was thinking, and one day he was exaggerating the same thing to the minister. He told, look at the barber, he's so happy. He gets just one gold coin a day, but I am the owner of so much of gold in my kingdom, but I'm not just 50% as happy as the barber. What's happening to me? Then the minister says, wait, I'll show you the true happiness of the barber in a few days. And what does the minister do? The minister keeps a jar of gold coins, which is filled only 3/4 on the way back to the barber's house. When the barber is walking back to his home, he finds this golden gold coins in a jar. He takes that jar immediately to his house, and he sees that it's only 3/4 filled. So he decides to fill that jar complete to the top with gold coins. So the next day, he lost the song. Daily, he used to go to the kingdom with humming a song. But that day, suddenly, he lost his voice. He was not humming the song anymore. So the king asked, what happened? Then the barber asked, no, these days you are giving me only one gold coin, and that is not enough. So I need 5 gold coins to fulfill my life needs. So then what happens? The king says, easily agrees. Okay, take gold coins, so 5 gold coins a day. Then he takes 5 gold coins a day and tries to fill the jar. And even after 2-3 months, the jar is not filled. Again, he is not humming any song. That the day he got the jar of gold coins, he lost his smiles. So again, after 3 months, the king repeats the same question. What happened? These days you are not singing any song, you are not humming. Then again, the barber says, I'm so sorry. The 5 gold coins you are giving is also not fulfilling my needs back home. So I need you to give me 20 gold coins. Then the king says, okay, take 20 gold coins also. Then what happens? Again, he's putting all the gold coins in the jar. Again, it's not coming to the top. It is not filling. So again, after 6 months, the king asks, what happens? It's been long since I saw you singing. There's no smile on your face. What's happening? Then the barber says, even now, my needs are not fulfilled. Then the king asks, what happened? You moved from 1 coin to 5 coins and from 5 to 20, and still now you are telling me it's not enough for you. Then the minister comes and asks, So you saw the mystery of the mind. The nature of the mind is to be not filled at all. It never feels contented. So what happens here is, some masters say that when the when the awareness in yourself awakens and you recognize the unconscious nature of your own self, when my own consciously, if I see my unconscious habits within me, within my mind, that yes, my nature is to be discontented always, then when I recognize that, then it evaporates. So we need to work on evaporating all our illusions, all our attachments that we are holding, all our false belief systems we are holding on to, our false prejudices we are holding on to. So as and when you realize what is all you are getting stuck up, it evaporates. You need not put too much of effort to remove those. If you are having anger issues, if you are having irritation issues, if you are having some lot of discontentment in life, restlessness in life, all you need to do is you need to recognize consciously in meditation that you are trapped in so many things. Here I'm stuck up. I'm not happy because here I'm stuck up. If you recognize your own goals, if you recognize your own weak points, then they slowly evaporate. So this is how we need to work on our own self-realization. Only through meditation workshops, only through understanding our own nature, true nature, by studying books, Sajjana Sangatya, Swadhyaya, only then, and then putting sadhana continuously, we can enlighten ourselves by choosing the true belief system. What is the true belief system? That I am bliss, I am not Bharti. Or else I am more than Bharti. I am using Bharti to travel on this earth, to fulfill my experiences in this life. I am using Bharti to enjoy talking with you. I am using Bharti. If I'm aware of this, then I enjoy this talk nicely. Otherwise, again, if I see that I am talking, then I cannot enjoy this talk also. So I don't talk. I am using this machine to talk. I am the bliss. Then my bliss is always independent bliss. My bliss is not dependent upon anything. I am independent of people, situations, and things. True knowledge gives you freedom from all the illusion. Means true knowledge will establish the mind to a stable state. True knowledge gives a stable mind. Stable mind gives rise to a proper knowledge, awareness. That awareness will discriminate properly what is illusion, what needs to be done to situation, to fulfill the demands of the situation. So every day today, if you are aware constantly, if you are aware, the mind becomes stable. When the mind is stable, it recognizes the illusion and then you can act properly. So this way we can understand we are established in the soul and then we are handling our illusion, Maya, properly. So with this, I think I open up this session for few questions. If you don't have any questions, so I will give you few more analogies. Okay. Yes. So few more analogies are like one in Ashtavakra, King Janaka asks a question in the assembly, saying that in the previous night, in his dream, what happens is the king is he loses a battle very badly, and he is running for his life. When he is running for his life, he somehow saves himself, and he is very thirsty, looking for some water. At that time, suddenly he is awakened, and he is getting up out of the dream, and then he is perspiring. He is so much panicking at that time, because he thought he truly lost his kingdom, and he's so much like he rode in his horse for a long time, and he's craving for just one drop of water. He's so thirsty in his dream. So in the dream, so he is so much afraid, and with all that frightened, he is waking up into, and now he understands that no, everything is safe, my kingdom is safe. But now he is confused. What is true? Like, whether I have lost and am I dreaming this kingdom, or am I here, or is that dream? He is asking the assembly. So at that time, Ashtavakra comes there, and Ashtavakra answers to that question that is true in your dream, and now this is true. So both states are true. So we need to understand that in dream, that itself is true, and now this life is true. So it is very much like relative. So again, to give a better analogy, what is that when Krishna says to Arjuna, in the war, you kill your own grandfather. You should put yourself there. If you have to kill your grandfather like that, isn't it a less tragedy? I killing my own grandfather. How can such a thing be quoted in Bhagavad Gita itself? What does it mean? There, Krishna meant that nayanam chindanti vastrani nayanam dahati pavakaha means the true self, the soul, the consciousness is indestructible. That is existing forever and ever. I was there in the past, I am now, and I will be in the future also. The body is a Maya or the illusion. It comes and goes. So we need to understand it. How can Krishna ask Arjuna to kill his own grandfather, to kill his own guru, Dronacharya, to kill his own cousins? It is so weird. If so, you need to understand what wisdom, at what level wisdom we need to see to understand, to justify your killing your grandfather, you killing your own guru. How should we justify? So with this eye-opening question, you need to dig in deep from here. You need to take into deeper, and you need to discover your own true self by doing continuous introspection, continuous sadhana, whatever way you feel. Like now, Navratri Gudakesha workshop is happening. Take use of the opportunity. So never lose an opportunity. When your body is in full youth, in full stamina, put your efforts. Don't means only for survival only we shouldn't live. We should also live for our true self also. We need to calculate our efforts. How much of efforts I'm putting for survival? How much of effort I'm putting for the permanent self that I am? This body is maybe 100 years max. For this body, we are giving so much of importance, and all the time we are in running to survive for this body only. Feed the body, give comforts to the body. But what are we doing for our permanent self? That which is going to stay with you for years and years and years. So you should calculate for yourself. So with this, I think I conclude my session. Opening up, if you have any questions, I'll try to answer.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Anita, and simply loved the session. Simply loved the session. It was so powerful. So the way of saying all these things, including all the analogies, I loved it truly. I think it was a great start for my day. All
Thank
these
you.
analogies, you combined all the stories, which was so powerful, which gave us the message. Actually, what are we? As you kept asking, what am I and what are we looking for? It was
Thank you.
completely a different, the way you explained. From all these days I've been listening to everyone, but then certainly the way you, and I was like, when nobody was asking any question and you started sharing in two more stories, I said, oh, this is bonus. So the two would
You
love
should
to hear
congratulate
more. And
yourself for means the awakening that's happening within you. You should congratulate and appreciate yourself for
no,
the time
I
you
was like,
dedicated now.
yeah, no, I was like, okay, nobody's asking the question and she's giving more, The two more stories was like a bonus for the day. Thank you so much. And we are ready to listen more and more stories. It
Yeah.
actually gives us the sense of, what actually we want to say and what actually we want to hear. This is how, this is how the things are taught. Love the way. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Master. Krishna Master. You are
Superb
on
and
mute.
power packed and knowledge packed version of your whenever from the time I had seen that you chosen this topic, I have been waiting to listen your session, madam. What I felt and what I vision, my inner sense, how it will be, it's superb than that. Regarding the stories and regarding the examples and regarding all literally goddess Saraswati Bharati had came to clear the to explain the duality of Atma and illusion, the power of duality. When it's been framed from the consciousness of a goddess, first ekatva, next duality. You are wonderfully explained by your version, madam. So gratitude from the Aatma
Thank you
Deepo
so
Bhava
much.
platform and GMPWisdom. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Anybody else? Or else I can conclude. So once again, my humble pranams to all the masters, seen and unseen. Any wisdom that you connected, you felt, it is directly coming from the masters above. The consciousness itself, what it wants to convey to people. Ultimately, like we need to become the masters, the carriers of peace. We need to become the messengers of love, light, laughter, and we need to spread it to the people around us. How do we spread joy? By becoming joyous, by being bliss all the time. So with this message, with my humble pranams to all the seen and unseen gods, and you, my masters, my salutations to you. Once again, my gratitude to all the volunteers who are responsible for this platform, who gave us an opportunity to share our wisdom. Means for the consciousness to use this body as an instrument to convey its message to you all. My humble gratitude to Pitamaha Patriji, our Prabodh Master Ji, and to you all masters. Over to hosting.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful session. Ma'am, please do guide for 1 minute, 1 minute meditation.
Okay.
If possible, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Close your eyes gently with a smile, with a beautiful smile on your face, with that Divya Mangala Drishti, with the bliss in your heart, breathing joyfully, observing the breath joyfully, connecting to your true self, connecting to every cell of your being, and conveying the bliss to the whole universe. You share your energies in oneness. You breathe in oneness. And you exhale the bliss. Experience the deepest state of joy, the joy that you are within. Slowly we are coming out. Last few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your palms on your eyes. And we appreciate ourselves for participating in such a wonderful session. Thank you, one and all. My humble pranams again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The 1 minute meditation is so powerful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your energies.
Thank you.